Hello Rising Stars. Welcome to the video on understanding the feedback report and creating your individual development plan. In this video, we will cover the following. 1. An overview of all the different assessments that you have undertaken. 2. Helping you understand your feedback report. And 3. Helping you understand how to create your individual development plan basis the insights from your feedback report. In this section, we will give you a quick overview of the various assessments that you, as a BRSP participant, has undertaken. As a part of the BRSP journey, you have undergone personality assessments, which give insights on your behavioral traits, and capability assessments, which assess your current capability levels on the Bank of Baroda capabilities. Let's look at the outcome of each one of these. Hogan assessments form a part of the personality assessments. The Hogan Personality Inventory, or HPI, gives you a snapshot of your everyday strengths and weaknesses. It has 7 different scales on which an individual's behavior is measured. The Hogan Development Survey, or HDS, gives insights into behaviors that can possibly impede your performance. It has 11 different scales on which an individual's behavior is measured. Please note, the Hogan reports will be shared and explained to you in detail during your sprint sessions. The 360-degree assessment and the behavioral interview form a part of the capability assessments. The 360-degree assessment measures your capability levels on the 6 Bank of Baroda capabilities. This assessment is an outcome of the feedback captured from your manager, peers, subordinates, and yourself. Hence, it proves a 360-degree view of your performance on the capabilities. The TBEI is a 60-minute telephonic interview conducted by a professional assessor. The aim is to understand how you perform in different situations related to your job profile. On the basis of all the assessments, your assessor has created a personalized feedback report for you. You would have also undergone a one-on-one feedback session that was instrumental in conveying your strengths and focus areas derived as an outcome of the various assessments. It is important for you to carefully read and understand your feedback report, as your individual development plan will be anchored on the same. In this section, we will take you through the various parts of your feedback report. As we have discussed earlier, your feedback reports contain insights from all your assessments. It has been created by the assessor who conducted your TBEI and your feedback session. Your feedback report broadly consists of 3 sections. The introduction section gives an overview of how the report has been created. The report overview includes your top strengths and development areas. The development planning section includes tips on how you can work on your development areas. Let us start by understanding the introduction section. Depending on your assessment, each of the 6 Bank of Baroda capabilities will either be marked as development gap, at standard, or area of major strength. Development gap indicates a low score on the capability. At standard indicates an average score on the capability. Major strength means that you have a high score on the capability. It is important to note that those capabilities that fall in the development gap category are focus areas that need to be prioritized. Before we move on, let us have a look at the Bank of Baroda Leadership Capability Framework. The 6 capabilities that Bank of Baroda expects its chief managers to develop are strategic thinking, ownership and initiative, teamwork and collaboration, stakeholder partnering, driving learning, innovation and change, and execution and business excellence. Please read this page of your report to understand what each one means. Let us now move to section 2 of the report that gives you insights on your top strengths and development areas. This is a brief summary of your overall capability profile. Here, your strengths and development areas are clearly charted out. This will give you a quick glance on what should be your development priorities. Now, as we can see from the sample report, this individual's development areas are strategic thinking, ownership and initiative, and driving learning, innovation, and change, demarcated by the stars. The individual is at a standard level for teamwork and collaboration, stakeholder partnering, and execution and business excellence. The executive summary page includes the personality and the capability snapshot with detailed observations and inferences made upon analyzing the assessment reports. Here, you can look out for details around your work experience and key insights such as your behavioral traits and strengths as well as development areas. This page includes a detailed explanation of your strengths and focus areas. The assessors have taken key points from all assessment reports and the TBEI and explained why each capability is a relative strength or a focus area. The capabilities mentioned under relative areas of focus indicate that there is a great opportunity of improvement on those capabilities. For example, the participant here has the scope of improvement in strategic thinking and driving learning, innovation, and change. The final section of the report is on strengthening your development areas. Here, you will be given tips and suggestions on how you can work on your development areas. You may consider some of these as action steps and factor it in your individual development plan. As you now progress towards creating your IDPs, this page gives some fundamental guidelines to follow in order to ensure that you create a robust development plan. You can read this page to understand these guidelines. The final page of the report mentions multiple resources that you can access in order to develop your capabilities. This has been curated especially for you. With this, we come to the end of the section on how to read and draw insights from your feedback report. In the next section, we will explain how you can go about creating your individual development plans. This is a sample IDP. It contains 3 sections. 1. Development area, that is, the capability that you need to focus on. 2. Your goal, that is, what is the goal you want to accomplish so that you can develop the capability. 3. The key action steps that you will need to follow to achieve the targeted goal. We will share examples of the same shortly. Before we move on, let us discuss some guidelines you need to keep in mind while choosing your development areas. Refer to page 10 and 12 of the feedback report to identify your development areas. Select these development areas for your IDP. In case you have less than 3 capabilities highlighted as the development areas, please choose capabilities marked as Standard at bar. We do not recommend choosing the capabilities marked as strengths to be included in the IDP. In case you do not want to include the capabilities at par, you have an option to set multiple goals for one development capability. Let us now look at some guidelines to keep in mind while writing your IDP. You need to ensure that the goals you set are SMART, that is, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-based. Let us look at an example of an ordinary goal versus a SMART goal. Ordinary goal: to ensure effective collaboration within the team to achieve business growth. This is an ordinary goal as it cannot be measured and there is no timeline associated with it. Now let us look at a SMART goal. Ensure 20% increase in branch performance by the end of quarter 3 through increased team engagement. This is a very specific goal and can be measured. It also has a timeline associated with it, therefore it can be tracked. Once you have set a SMART goal, you need to write 3 action steps, which are a set of activities you will follow to achieve the goal. Make sure to include a measurable action and time-bound action step like the ones shown. The third action step should include how you will measure progress on the goal. For example, you can do a weekly, monthly, or quarterly check-in with your manager or team to take feedback and measure your progress. This is a sample IDP that encapsulates all the data, that is, the development areas, the goals set, as well as the action steps for each goal. Please read it carefully so that you get an idea of how to write a meaningful individual development plan for yourself. Now that you know how to create an IDP, let us take you through the steps you need to follow to submit the IDP to the WeLead team. You will receive a Google Form link which you can use to create your IDP. Once you click on the link, you will first need to enter your name and EC number. Then choose your first development area. Please refer to your feedback report, page 10 and 12, to check for the development areas you need to choose. Select the development area from the drop-down list provided. For example, if your development area is Ownership and Initiative, select that from the drop-down as shown. Next, write one goal that will help you improve on this development area. Once done, mention 3 action steps that you will follow to achieve this goal. We request you to please check for spellings as you type in your answers. Similarly, you can repeat this for development areas 2 and 3. Once you have finished, kindly click on the Submit button. With this, we come to the end of the video. For any queries, please write to us on inbrspleader@deloitte.com or call us on the Bank of Baroda help desk number 892-803-2760. Thank you for watching.